Welcome back, Corner 3 fam. Welcome to the newest episode of the Corner 3 podcast. We are going to have a fun show this episode. You're going to enjoy this one. Hopefully, like you enjoy all the other ones. On this episode, we'll be talking about the opening week of the NBA season. Yes, it is finally here, so we'll be breaking that down. Some of the games we're looking forward to, matchups. We'll talk a little bit about college basketball on the women's side, some of the players we're looking forward to, and we will talk about who we would like to see on the starting five if they did it for the W, and much more on this episode. Make sure y'all tune in, get your popcorn, get your Pedialyte, whatever it may be. Corner 3.
My Insta.
My bad.
I, I was saying some nonsense anyway. I was telling all the viewers who will be watching this. I was telling Tone been looking a lot real crisp lately. I said he popped up on. I opened Instagram the other day, and he was the first thing that popped up. I was like, man, who was that? I said, oh wait a minute, that's Tone. He looked good. I gotta get that new iPhone 17 Pro Max with the nice camera.
Hey, man. I pressed the intro too early while Rush was talking, but on this episode, we got the NBA season is back 2 days. When you watch this, though, it'll be Tuesday, Aaron, with NBA back. We're going to preview some of the opening week games. We're going to look at, of course, opening night, give you some of our predictions, favorite matchups we're looking at. We're going to actually talk about starting five, who we would want to see that if they had it for the WNBA. We're going to talk a little bit about women's college basketball and a bunch of more. But fellas, how y'all doing?
I'm good, man. It's been a crazy last 7 days for me. I've been on the road a little bit, but back home trying to get into the swing of things. Kids go back to school tomorrow, so time to lock in, record this pod, and then get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm good too. Like, record this pod, get some sleep. I've been cleaning up the house all day, so it's been a lot going on.
Me, on the other hand, I am going to make muffins for the family. So we have breakfast in the morning, little breakfast muffins and stuff like that. And then it's date night for me and wifey. So we're going to get straight into it. No
Date
sleep
night.
happening for me. Yeah.
Y'all young people, man. Y'all be up late. 'Cause I'll be ready to tap out. Date, because we're gonna be done about 9:15. Hey, more power to you. Hey, real quick before we get started though, hey, let's give Jarrett some flowers because he's gonna be covering the Wizards again this season.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're gonna be seeing some more post game interviews and athlete interviews. Are you gonna be able to get in the locker room this year? You think? Did they let you in the locker room?
Hopefully, hopefully,
Okay,
we'll see.
cool.
I mean, last few years I kind of got lucky and they let us go in, so hopefully I get lucky a few more times.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, it's not like they a championship contended team. You should be able to get into the locker room. Some contending teams opening night matchups. You know the NBA loves drama. We got the Rockets Warriors to start, not Rockets Warriors, Rockets Thunder, and then we got Warriors Lakers. But Bron not even going to be there, so that's interesting. But you know that's why they set it up. First one, Rockets Thunder. Right? What is the X factor in that game? What are you looking forward to most in watching that first game?
I mean, it's got to be Reed Shepherd, right? I think it's all eyes on Reed in terms of do the Rockets still have an opportunity to contend this season without making a trade with Fred out? As soon as he went down, that was the big question. Like, is Reed ready? Because we didn't see a whole lot of him last year. According to Ime, he wasn't ready. So he looked good the other night. And I think last or second to last preseason game. I think he dropped like 29. Had a full stat sheet. Of course, it's preseason, so you temper your expectations. But if he's ready to step in and give you 60-70% of what Fred gave you, I think the Rockets are still maybe just on the outside of that championship contending tier. But I think he would be the X factor for that game and obviously that team. And then of course, you want to see how KD is going to fit into that system. But I'm excited for that one. It should be a good one.
Jarrett, what are you most looking forward to on that first game that is on NBC Peacock? I have that streaming service, so I'm good. I'll be able to watch that one.
Same. I got that streaming service too, but mostly the leap that Amin Thompson is going to take with this team. I think that we're kind of banking on the team to be fully healthy, but with Fred going down, I feel like Amin will probably be that factorial point guard in a way, and because he played, he's kind of like a positionless player where you can plug him in anywhere and he'll still be effective. So I see that he's probably going to probably be the point guard even with Reed on the floor. Um, and just him being able to probably guard SGA for majority game while being probably that playmaker, just to see him be on the both ends and how he adjusts his game coming off of last year. That's the one thing I'm really looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to see how sometimes we've seen it championship night, you get your banner, you get the rings. Does OKC come out flat or do they come out guns a blazing, letting the rest of the league know we're fully prepared to repeat this championship? So I am intrigued to see how they play. It's a lot of emotions going on that night. It's a longer like pregame and intro because you got to do the whole here's your rings and let's look at the thing go up in the rafters. And yeah, so I'm interested to see how they come out on that first game. Are they sharp? Are they ready? How does SGA look? How does Chet look another year now? This would be really kind of like his second full year. How does he look? Does he take a step forward? J Dub, does he even take it to another level? And the rest of the crew there. The next game, before we even get to that though, who do y'all have winning that first game?
Ring night. Wait, who's at home? Houston's at home, right? OKC's on the road.
Now OKC's home. They
OKC's at home. Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
ring night. Ring nights are really tough to win. It's just like when your team gets like if you got the MVP and you're in the playoffs and you got the MVP on your team, it's always hard to win those games. I'm gonna go with Houston. Um, in the I don't know if we're talking spreads or anything, but I think it'll be relatively close. But I like Houston to pull it out on opening night.
I think OKC will take it. I think that like I said before, I feel like they can repeat this year, and they're still really young. They got some young players who's going to be trying to prove themselves as well. So I think it's going to be really good. I think they're going to be hype off for ring night, and I think they're going to pull it off.
I see Houston winning it. To Rush's point, I feel it'll be a lot of emotions, everything coming going on. I can see Amen, long as he keep his emotions in check and he not punching nobody, i.e. Jose Alvarado, they should be fine. I can see KD having a big game starting off. Um, Sengun. So I can see that happening just off because it's a ring night. But at the same time, I can see OKC winning because when we talk about the games that we looking forward to the rest of the week, after this game, they have a slew of I think like 5 or 6 straight road games to start off the rest of the season. So they're on the road after this. So first game, I could see because they're home, they could definitely win it. That next game, my favorite game of the night, get to see the Lakers play against the Golden State Warriors. What is the matchup? What are you looking forward to most in this game? Rush, as the fellow Lakers fan on the show, you
Yes.
started off.
Uh, I don't know if there's any one particular matchup that I'm looking forward to. Um, but I am really, really interested to see how well Gabe fits into the starting lineup. Other than Aiden sliding in, the rest of the starting lineup is the same core that started last season. Luca, well, after the Luca trade, at least, so you had Luca, Austin, and then Rui. But Gabe is going more than likely going to draw the assignment of Steph. So he's going to be running around a lot, getting hit, trying to fight through screens and pin downs and whatnot. So it's taxing, like guarding Steph like guarding Ray Allen, guarding Kobe, guarding Rip Hamilton. It's taxing because they're constantly moving. You can't ever stop, because the moment you do, that's when he's gonna relocate, and then it's three and it's night night. So the reason I say that though is because he's been playing really well offensively throughout the whole preseason. So it's looking like, I don't want to jinx, but it's looking like we got Miami Gabe back, is all I'm saying. And not that he was all elite when he was Miami Gabe, but I mean, his play was pivotal to them getting to the finals. So if he can lock in on the offensive end, while still, having to chase Steph around, and Marcus Smart is going to get some time on him, Vando's going to get some time on him, but Gabe's going to have that, more than likely have that primary assignment. I like LA's chances, and it's revenge tour Luka season. You know what I'm saying? Dropped the weight, even though but gained muscle. So he's heavy. He weighs more, but he's stronger, more in shape. And his two preseason games, he's looked really good. So I'm excited, man. I called it back when they released the schedule that the Lakers were going to start the season 1-0. And even though Bron's out, I'm sticking to my guns. We'll see.
I got Lakers going 1-0 too. I can see this being a game where it's a coming out party for Luka in the sense of you lost the weight, you in shape, you taking it serious. This my coming out party to let y'all know, let the rest of the league know it's going to be a long season for y'all. So I could see one of those Luka-esque games, 35, 15, 8 type of games where he has a stretch where it's like, oh gosh, Luka Magic. Oh my goodness, 3 straight threes. I could see that happening within this game. Jarrett, what are you watching for? What are you looking for in this Lakers Warriors matchup?
I think the one thing I'll be watching out for is how well Ayton plays against this Warriors lineup, because Ayton, he'll probably be the tallest person on the floor for both starting lineups that night. So I want to see him, use his size inside, abuse his Warriors defense, and get after it on the boards, and just really playing good off of Luka. Like getting lobs, pick and rolls, things like that. I don't know. I'm not a lot of, I'm like a lot of people when there was bullish on Ayton during those Suns days. Like, I think it was like a lot of things that played factor into everything that happened. Not taking the blame off of Ayton, of course, but I feel like the situation kind of ran its course. And Ayton, fresh start. He's in a situation where it's win or die. I feel like he's going to prove he could be prove that he was a number one pick and why he was a number one pick.
Yeah, so what's funny,
especially with JJ Redick. I think JJ Redick got something up his sleeve for Ayton for some reason.
and what's funny, what's interesting for me is that I don't think that he needs to prove himself worthy of the number one pick anymore, because I feel like that's long gone, right? Like, like you got traded, and then you got bought out. So it's obvious that he's never going to live up to that, uh, the prestige of being the number one pick. So I think, and it seems like he's bought into it, but what he's been doing this preseason has been like exactly what the Lakers are going to need him to do. 10, 12, 9, 10, 11 rebound, 10, 12 points, 9, 10, 11 rebounds, you know, block a couple of shots here and there, be solid on the short roll. And when you get the opportunities, hit your 3 or 4, little mid-range pull-ups or hook shots. Like, he's been everything that I hoped that he would be able to be in the preseason. Hopefully that tracks. He's been saying like all the right things, but we really don't need him to be like a 20 and 12 guy. Like 10, as long as he gets a double, so he can keep his streak going or whatever. But 10, 12 and solidify the paint, be a force behind that, second level of defense. I think he'll be fine. And then we got Jackson Hayes coming off the bench, catching lobs, dunking on people, dunking on Booker, dunking on, that's what we need. And the big situation is somewhat similar to what Luka had in Dallas the year they went to the finals. If you think about it, you've got two bigs, different styles, but you've got one who's a significant lob threat, I think, in Jackson Hayes, but isn't as polished offensively. And then you've got a guy in Ayton, who can step out 15 feet, hit a little jumper, can score in the short roll, but isn't as strong a lob threat, I think, as Jackson Hayes. So I think they've got a lot of versatility at the center position, and then you've got Maxi Kleber coming off the bench. I'm not sure what he's going to look like, but yeah, I just hope Aiden and like Lakers fans alike are going to be able to keep their expectations in line because 10 and 12, couple block shots, just be solid. I think he's already light years better than the center situation we had last season.
How the team is set up and being that Luka's on the team, you're not going to ever have a center really that's getting you 20 to 25 points. That's not what it is. This is the type of player that Luka needs to have with him. I think it'll work out. Just to give y'all the other side of it, because it seemed in that segment that it was a Lakers podcast.
What other side? There ain't no other side, man. We ain't worried about no Warriors in here, man. Goodness gracious.
I'm looking forward
So
to see on the Warriors even more than this game is how they figure it out with one, you add Al Horford. The team is pretty old. I'm looking forward on that aspect. How do they play? How does it work with Steph? And of course, the biggest storyline for them until the trade deadline, what Jonathan Kuminga do we get? Is he somehow able to play well, make an impact to help his stock go up, or do we see situations where he ends up sulking? They end up having issues. It's not playing time happening. I think that's going to be a huge storyline because if he can play up to a level of at least what he thinks in his head, but within Kerr's system, that could change the trajectory of the Warriors season as a whole. I still have them at best for me, maybe 7, 8 seed. Maybe they could get a 6 seed. The West is we ain't talking about the East. The West, it's a stacked West. So I don't know. I think Kuminga is going to be an X factor in how they play. Rush, looking at the rest of the week, that starting week, what are some other games that stick out to you?
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what the schedule is. So you're gonna have to toss a couple of matchups out to me.
Okay, so here we go. I got a couple lined up.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we got Cavs Knicks. We got Pelicans Grizzlies. I'm definitely looking forward to that Cavs Knicks game. I'm looking forward to also Pelicans Grizzlies. Ja, obviously, because Ja is box office, but more so
Is
the
he
Zion.
isn't he out? Is he gonna play? He sprained his ankle. He's week to week, isn't he?
He's week to week. That's right. Well, I'm still interested to see the aspect of Zion
Yeah,
and
I want to see the Pelicans play, yeah.
Zion and that health. And also, we get on that Wednesday, we get Spurs Mavs.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Okay. So yeah, I would out of that crop, I'd say definitely Knicks, Cavs, and then Spurs, Mavericks. Coop flags look good, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Um, I know people did the thing where they overreact to a rookie's first summer league game, and they were like, "Oh, you look terrible" or whatever. But Cooper's look really solid, and not like he's gonna come out dropping 30 and 10 and 15, but it's just solid. Like he's just solid, and they ran him at the point, and he didn't look terrible either. So I think I said last year when the trade went down that Dallas, before Kyrie got hurt and before AD got hurt, Dallas could still end up in the Western Conference Finals. I still believe that, even though Kyrie's still out, they got a lot of depth in that front court, and I think this is going to be a really good fit for D'Angelo Russell to come in and hold things down until Kyrie can get back before he moves to the bench. So yeah, I really looking forward to that one.
Jarrett, any other games sticking out to you for that first week?
I'm kind of intrigued by the Sixers and Celtics matchup. Because I want to see how Philadelphia plays. I know Paul George is going to be out for a little bit of time. I think they say Embiid should be a go. Of course, I got to watch the Wizards and the Bucks.
Of course.
And,
We're at that one. I'll throw another one out there. Friday, Hawks play the Magic. Two teams that are the favorites in regards of the new hot team that people think is going to contend. How do they play that first game against the? Well, I don't think that's their first game, but how do they play?
Yeah.
Because I think they'll be in that conversation fighting for a top 3, 4 seed And when you had those matchups head to head very early too, it might hit you in the butt later on at the end of the season when you get in a situation of talking about a tiebreaker or fighting for a top 4 seed and things of that nature. I know you had another one you was about to share, Jarrett.
Yeah, the Kings and the Suns. Only because I feel like both of those teams are like in purgatory right now. So I just want to see how things are going, how they're going to mesh. Because both of those teams are kind of like in a whole roster of confusion right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hey,
definitely
let's stay
going to
there.
work.
Let's stay there. You mentioned the Kings. In between of us getting ready for the next episode, Russ, the Brody, is back in the league. He's on the Sacramento Kings, which was rumored months ago. He finally signed. He's on the Kings. I
Didn't somebody on this podcast say like back early, like in free agency, that we should look Russ could potentially land on the Kings?
I believe
Didn't
so.
somebody here say that?
Probably
I,
was you.
I believe so.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, damn! I thought I heard it before. So I just figured there was a need. Like he's not. If you look at every other team, they've got a point guard, right, and they've got a backup point guard. So it just seemed like if Russ isn't trying to win a chip, if he's not trying to just compete and go sit on a bench somewhere, Sacramento's just process of elimination is probably the best spot for him. And I know, and I got a little nervous for a couple weeks because there was some talk about like offers from teams in China, and not that that's terrible, but it's like, nah, I don't see Russ as the guy playing overseas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he landed with the Kings. But I'm sorry, Tony, you were doing your thing. I cut you off. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say, I just feel like somebody said he would end up on the Kings. So just wanted to give my, pat myself on the
Yeah,
back.
victory lap.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, Jared,
a
how do
little
you how
victory
do you
lap on.
feel? How do you feel about the fit? Because I was going to say I love that he's back in the league, and I love that he's on the team. I think it's a disgusting fit, though.
I think it's a disgusting fit as well. It's just like Russ, Levine, DeRozan, Schroeder, Sabonis, Monk, um, like
Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray. I mean, besides Keegan Murray, because like my point was like none of them can shoot. None of them are like knockdown down 3-point shooters. Keegan is decent. He broke the rookie record for threes, but everybody else that name, it's like,
He's hurt.
yeah, exactly.
He's hurt now. So
So it's like, who's going to be your? I mean, Levine can get hot, but he's streaky. He's not like the go-to 3-point shooter. So like that floor space is going to be terrible. But I mean, if they, UCLA cuts, and have Sabonis, diamond everything, maybe it'll work. But
That's what I think. It could either. I was telling somebody this the other day. It can either go really well, more than what you would expect, and they're talking about playing team, maybe a 6 seed, or it could go very bad. And they're in the conversation like, "Hey, can we get AJ to Sacramento?" It can go. It's no in between with them. It's either feast or famine. I hope for Russ's sake and DeRozan on that team. Levine, yes, but those two specifically, that they get traded to a team that's contending. I love and I will appreciate that our legends and our stars end off playing meaningful basketball. Respectfully, even as good as the Kings might be, if they shock the world, they're not winning a championship. They're not getting past the Denvers of the world and the OKCs. It's not happening. I would
not
love
much
to
going.
see Russ.
Tone and Rush. If you can pick one team for DeRozan to go to before the trade deadline, where you think he should go? A contender, or at least a borderline contender, and then like he
Wow.
goes there, he elevates them.
Hmm. In,
uh
in the West or the East?
It don't matter.
Oh,
I got one, but I want to think. I want y'all opinion.
I would say just maybe Milwaukee because they don't really have another go-to guy, a guy who has proven time over time and time again to be able to go out and get a bucket. I know Kuzma's talented, a little erratic, but talented nonetheless. Um, and you've got Miles Turner there, but I mean, he's more of a complementary player as great as he is. So maybe there, but I mean, I don't even know what salaries and stuff look like in order for that to happen. But I think in a wide open East, Giannis and DeRozan could make Bucks fans feel a little bit better about their chances.
Call me crazy, staying in the East. Let's get Garland out of there and switch out for DeRozan.
So you put Donovan at point.
Or put Donovan at point.
Or Lonzo there.
Yeah, Lonzo at point, especially if they want to play them all. Lonzo at point. Put Spider at the 2. Put DeRozan at the 3. Just because you get a bigger guard out there, I don't think it's going to work in the long term having 2 of your main people in DG and in Spider being under 6'4", trying to go win a championship. And DG, respectfully, is a liability oftentimes on the defensive end. Not saying DeRozan is a lockup player, but
Did I see today or the day before he said if he had been healthy, they'd have won the finals?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he was healthy.
If he was healthy, they would have won.
Sound good.
Not the whole
Sound
team.
good.
Himself.
Sound good. If I was healthy, I'd had 4 rings myself. I'd be in the league.
Hey, look. All I'm gonna say is I love the confidence. Garland is a fantastic talent. I'm not a big fan of undersized guards, especially in today's game. But I mean, he's a talent. But yeah, I don't know about that one.
Jarrett, what was the team you had?
I would say Memphis. You throw him out.
But you
there.
said title contenders.
I mean, well, not content. I mean, if he could elevate them to like possibly getting to second round, third round, something like that, maybe. Okay. But
they probably went around with Ja and DeRozan.
Yeah.
And your favorite player, Jaren Jackson Jr.
But listen, I mean, you lose Bane, who's probably your most consistent player. Let him go. You let go of all your defensive pieces with Smart before, and then Dylan DeVillen. And DeRozan's not the greatest defender, but he's a great scorer. You need someone who will go get a bucket, and got size on them. So I feel like he'll be a good fit for them. And he gets after on the board sometimes as well. So I feel like DeRozan would be good for them.
Yeah, I think the Kings, if they had this roster back in like 2019, we'd be talking about them as title contenders, but it's 2025. So another interesting piece I realized is that Russ's contract isn't guaranteed. So that makes me very nervous just because his last couple of stops, well, specifically like Denver, right? When Malone was canned, it was like one of the reasons potentially why he was let go is because he was insistent on playing Russ over I can't remember the other guard's name, younger guard that they have. So if we get into a situation where it's a little ugly in Sacramento, Russ could be a free agent all over again. Which is just it could be scapegoated. And we know things typically don't go well in Sacramento, so the likelihood of that happening is relatively high. It just seems like a bunch of people just like somebody just threw a bunch of players together. Like there's no true identity for that team.
None whatsoever.
It's just you got like 3 prolific chuckers in DeRozan, Levine, and Russ. And I don't mean that like in a derogatory sense, but just like if you look at their careers, they're guys who go out and they tend to get high volume of shots. And then you got Sabonis, and then you got Keegan and Dennis.
Schroeder.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I don't.
And don't
I,
forget Malik Monk too gonna get his shot up attempts too. So
yeah, Malik Monk is there. I mean, they'll win some games. But I don't see them like Tom said. I don't see them doing anything
yeah,
significant.
you could put a tape over that beam. Ain't gonna be lit much this year. So we ain't no hashtag light the beam this year. Just find a different thing until y'all start winning again. Y'all ain't gonna be
Yeah,
at least for the arena, that part of the light bill is gonna be low this year. You ain't gotta
there you
worry
go.
about that.
There you go. And they get
Another
their relatively cheap owner too, so he'll be happy about that.
another game I'm looking forward to. It comes next Tuesday for that full week to wrap around the week schedule, the first week. Clippers Warriors, because I'm more intrigued to watch the Clippers because actually I have them as one of my teams that I think they could be a top 4 seed because Ty Lue, Chris Paul, James Harden, regular season thing, John Collins, they have a deep roster as well. So I think the Clippers, I'm having faith in Ty Lue. And I know Kawhi, we haven't heard much about it, oddly enough. Kawhi might be suspended, cut, whatever, fine, whatever the case may be. That ain't nothing new for Ty Lue. Ty Lue been coaching, not having Kawhi there the entire time. So suspension, whatever, that ain't gonna be nothing a challenge for Ty Lue. So I see it as that way. But we'll give our award predictions now. I'll start off with just coach of the year because my coach of the year, he's never won. It's Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue finally gets it this year.
Oh, I don't want to stick with my purple and gold. I'm gonna go JJ Redick.
Mm.
Mike Brown.
I'm gonna go with Mitch Johnson.
That's actually a really good pick. Not actually, but yeah, that's a really good pick.
Yeah, I'm going with Mitch Johnson.
Why do you
Uh,
think Mitch?
I think if we get a full year of Wemby being healthy and Stephon Castle, if we get De'Aaron Fox a full year healthy, I feel like they can make a push for like a 7th seed.
Well, D Fox is starting off not healthy, so
Yeah, like if
I
he,
think they'll figure it out though.
they'll figure it
I
out.
have a I have a question.
Wemby's gonna go
Hmm.
crazy. That's what I think.
How many seasons before we start to have uncomfortable conversations about the backcourt situation in San Antonio?
We can start
This the
now.
last season.
No, we can start now.
Like you got Harper, you got Castle.
Yeah, Fox.
I know they extended Fox, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I know that was done, but I don't know, man. It's a crowded backcourt, is all I'm saying. And technically, it could work because one guy could just be your sixth man, probably Harper. Um, but I don't know, man. I'm just saying because Castle's going to have an extension and be extension eligible in a couple of years. Harper's going to be right behind him. Wemby's going to be eligible, I think, after this season. Um, you know, Shannon, they got owners. Every NBA owner got money, but they ain't got money. You know what I'm saying? So. And we all know about that second apron. I'm just wondering. That's all. How long before we start to have those conversations?
It's either
Because
this
if
is
you were to ask me, the future is Harper, Castle, and Wemby. I don't really see Fox as a part of them.
I've been saying that. I didn't want them to give the extension to him. The future is the two names that you mentioned. I believe Fox is a good player. I think we throw great around too much. I think he's a good player. I don't think that's in the long term, him being in San Antonio, and that's what's going to work. That's just
Yeah,
me. I would prefer going forward with Harper, Castle. Give me that mix right there. And who knows, maybe one of them ends up as a knockdown shooter and you can play them both at the same time, i.e., DG, Donovan Mitchell type situation. But they're a little bit taller, a little bit stronger looking. I'm not going to disrespect, DG. I don't know how strong he is, but I would like that pairing more so. That's a good name for coach of the year. We will go with, I don't want to go straight to MVP, so we'll go with most improved player.
Um, I want to go with what?
I got Amen. I got Amen
Oh,
Thompson.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I think that's a popular choice. So I tried to pick somebody else, but I think Peyton Pritchard's got a shot. I think he's gonna get, if not starting, I think he's gonna get a lot of minutes while Tatum's out.
I mean,
It's just the whole reconstruction of that team. We've already seen what he can do as a six man, so I think he's got a shot.
BMO gonna like that answer.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
shouldn't I shouldn't pick him.
I'm gonna go with someone that Rush mentioned on the last pod, Kevin Porter Jr. I feel like he's gonna
Be
not gonna
careful now.
have that green light. I don't think he's gonna have that green light, but he's gonna have the chance to be kind of like that second or third option with this team. I mean, other than Giannis, who's really a scorer on this team other than him? So I feel like he's gonna get a lot of opportunity. And aside from everything, all the off court stuff, like I like Kevin Porter Jr. as a player. Like I was a fan of his when he was in Houston, and rightfully so. He got cut and everything, went through all that stuff that he did. But I felt like he was really good with Houston. Like I was looking forward to watching him under Ime Udoka's system, and now with Milwaukee, he's getting opportunity to be a starter again, and he can show that he's still a really good basketball player.
Yeah, it's gonna be him, Bobby Portis, and Giannis is the main scoring options. You
Good
might
luck.
see.
Good luck, Giannis.
I still think the Bucks, because you have Giannis and he's such a force. They're still, especially again in the East. In the West, they probably missed the playoffs, but in the East, they'll still be a top six team just because you got Giannis, who's an absolute monster, top three player in the league.
Hey, they might as well play the Nasties like 20 minutes this year. Let him go out there and get like 15 points or something.
They got the other brother too, Alex.
Hey, throw them all out. Throw them
You
all
might as
over.
well say that Giannis owns the Bucks because the whole family done signed there. So that's how that's set up with that. We did MIP, we did Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Any different names? Cooper. Okay, good.
No, I think
Cooper
I'm
Fly.
gonna go with Ace. I think I'm gonna go with Ace Bailey. Yeah,
That preseason game got you.
yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, it did. Like the way today was, I was watching like a breakdown of like how he got his buckets. It's coming off of screens and pin downs, and he didn't take a lot of dribbles to get his shots off, and it was contested mid range shots, but like that's his game, and he was making them. Like I think a lot of people, including myself, overthought the pick as far as like his skill set in college because he took a lot of contested mid range shots, and that's not kind of like appealing in college. Like that's not something you want to see from your best player in that level. But like in the NBA, it's a lot different because the spacing, the way teams set up their offense, I think it can be good. And I think it's not like Utah has a lot going on, so they're going to have to look to him for scoring. So I think he'll have that chance to win that Rookie of the Year.
I think he gets the Rookie of the Year if Coop didn't have the narrative and the hype coming in with him, and the fact that the Mavs probably win 50 plus games. We could see a situation where it's like the reverse of the Melo Bron thing. Bron didn't get into the playoffs. It wasn't looking crazy and nothing like that. Melo 16 wins, more than what they had the previous year. I think it'll be the flip side. Melo didn't win it. Cooper won it because of the winning record, and he has the narrative going with him. Ace Bailey, I think the voters will view it as empty stats, but I think he definitely has a promising career. Like you said, it didn't look that good at Rutgers. I saw it firsthand. Did not look that good at Rutgers, but I think he always had an NBA style game. It was just really like his shot selection was the question mark, and his agent. But he got rid of his agent, so we
I
off.
was about to say he just had to get rid of his agent and do what he was in.
That should be Cooper's father, right?
Yeah, and you see Sharif just got to the league now.
Hey, but Sharif Cooper's back in the league. He was out last year. He's back
I
in the
don't
league.
think I don't think I don't think it was because of his father. I'll
Nah, I
put
don't
it
think
that
his
way.
fault either.
Hey, who's y'all DPOY?
I think we all know the answer to that one.
Josh Hart?
Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart. Nah, man, Wimby.
Yeah, Wendy.
All right.
And that's another reason why I think that Mitch Johnson is going to win Coach of the Year as well. The impact that Wemby's going to make on defense.
We got two more. 6-man. I'm going with Chris Paul.
Okay.
If he does win it, he will be the oldest to have won the 6-man of the year award. The the oldest person currently is Jamal Crawford at 36. He won it. If CP3 wins it this year, he'll be a 40-year-old winning 6-man of the year. I think he'll lead that second unit. He still plays pesky defense, still can score when need be. And you have a team where he's leading that second unit. You got John Collins, so he got his lob threat. You got shooting. We could see CP3 having off the bench some crazy numbers, like almost a double-double off the bench. I think he gets it.
I'm gonna go with Nikhil, Atlanta.
Oh, that's an interesting pick. Okay. I'm going to go with Ant Simons in Boston.
And he's starting. He's not
Nah,
gonna start.
if
I
Pitcher's
think
going
I
to
think they're
start,
gonna start Peyton and have
yeah,
Simons come off the bench.
yeah,
Who's the other two?
Derek
Who's
White.
at the Derek White. Okay. Derek White, Jalen, and then somebody, and then okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
their big situation is.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I can see that. Yeah, and can get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, MVP. Who do y'all have at MVP? Jarrett, you started off with the Birdman hand rub.
I keep telling you, this is the year. This is the
Don't
year.
do it. Don't do it.
Jalen Brunson. This is the year. The Knicks are going to be a top seed in the East. Jalen Brunson is going to lead the way. My captain will get MVP. I'm telling you. I'm calling it now.
Oh my gosh, Knicks fans, Knicks fans, Knicks fans.
This is the year. Listen, the East is wide open. The Knicks is going to be a top 3 seed. He's going to have that narrative behind him of the New York captain. I'm telling you, he's going to get it.
I mean, I can't say much because I'm gonna go with my my favorite team's best player too. So I'm gonna say Luca.
Oh,
But will not
the
be
best player.
surprised.
The best player.
Yeah, don't try to be messy. It's pretty clear that Luca's the best player. Um, Considering that if for nothing else, the only other contender's got nerve issues in his butt cheek. So the best ability is availability. So Luca wins by default. Um, yeah, I think I'm going with Luca just because he's got the early season narrative and he's got a lot of things going for him. I think if the Lakers get off to a relatively strong start, especially considering LeBron is out, 10, 10, 12 wins out of their first 15, which is an uphill climb. I think that'll sort of give him a bit of a head start because we know anything about the league's voters for these awards is that they tend to get fatigued with certain players. Like objectively looking at it, Giannis, there's no reason why Giannis shouldn't have another one within the last couple of years. Just looking at the stats that he's put up and the fact that he's like maybe only one other player in history has put up numbers like he's been doing at percentages. So I think Luka's got a really good shot, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Shea and Jokic, one of those two, win it.
Well, you mentioned voter fatigue and you just said Shea and Jokic. My pick is Nikola Jokic. This is the best roster that he has had with the Denver Nuggets. I think they will keep pace with OKC for that first or that second seed. He has the narrative. He'll have a historic season. He has the people surrounding around him, so he could have those top assist games. He'll rebound the ball. We know he can score whenever he wants. I think this is the last year, though, in regards to voter fatigue, that he can win another one. After this year, they're gonna be like, look, we're gonna have to find it and give it to somebody else. But I think he gets it this year because I think there'll
You
be
th-
literally
you
50
think this
plus
team?
wins
You think this team is better than the one that won the chip?
from top to bottom. I think so.
I'm just
Top to
asking.
bottom, I think so. Yeah, from top to bottom, I think so.
So you think Cam Johnson's a better player than Michael Porter Jr.? He just
Yeah,
30 something the other day.
yeah, hands down, I feel so, and I think he's a
Hands
better
down.
fit. And they bring back Bruce Brown,
Who's older
so
though?
who's older, but I think he's not gonna have to play as many minutes. I think Christian Brown takes a leap, and Christian Brown plays perfectly with Jokic as well. Great cutting off the ball,
They
great
also
being in
got
the right spots.
Jonas Valanciunas. So yeah,
Jonas,
that's it.
that's the best. That's the best backup center that he's had in his career.
Yeah.
Jokic. No disrespect to the other ones in DeAndre Jordan, but if that was DeAndre Jordan 5 years ago, then we have another discussion. But
I can see that. I can see that being the best. Yeah, I can agree with that. Now that I think about it more.
and Jamal Murray,
Okay.
we might see a bounce back season, fully healthy, no Olympics and none of that going on. Fully healthy, motivated Jamal Murray coming to the season. Top two seed, I think. They'll be battling OKC for that number one seed. Definitely in that conversation, obviously, as one of the contenders that we think could actually win. We talked about it last episode. Top five, right? So the starting five, I'm pretty sure y'all watched some of it, most of it, or seen the clips. One of the clips in there, uh, they're showing in one of the episodes when Harden becomes the second all-time three-pointers made in NBA history. So it had me thinking though. I want to hear from y'all. And if you, whenever you guys watch this, listen to it, drop it in the comments. Outside of Steph, because that's not a discussion. We know Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. Who are your top five shooters outside of Stephen Wardell Curry? Jerry, you started off.
Okay. So we gotta go with Harden because he is second all time. And like I like to give Harden his flowers because when he's second all time, it wasn't no big announcement for him or anything like that. So I feel like they kind of messed him over. But Dame as well. Of course, you gotta throw Clay in there, and then you gotta go with the two old guys, Ray and Reggie.
I have a question about this.
Hmm.
I always have to be a little difficult. Are we saying 3-point shooters or was it shooters?
Just shooting. Shooting as a
Okay,
whole.
shooting as a whole. So that from anywhere on the court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably from like the two highest levels. Okay. Um, so I went with Clay, of course. Ray Allen. Um, I went with Larry Bird. Um, I went with the this next pick is a little unorthodox, but I think um, Duke could shoot,
I got a feeling.
could really shoot. But didn't have as an illustrious career as some of the other guys mentioned. But Mahmoud Abdul Rauf,
Oh,
I think, was
Mm.
you talk about shooting, just like shooters, like in the gym, like you step in the gym and like you're a threat no matter where you step. Um, and then I went with Kevin Durant to show some love to the 7-footers.
I want to throw another one in there too because I want to give him some love as well. Steve Nash.
Steve
Yeah,
Nash is definitely
yeah.
my only issue I had with Steve Nash because of how good he could shoot. I wanted him to shoot more.
Shoot more.
I would say volume. His percentages were crazy, but like the volume wasn't necessarily like
I I get it because he was still also mainly a true point guard, like a pure point guard. But I'm like, there's so many games where I feel the Suns could have won some of those playoff games if he just was like, you know what, F y'all, I'm gonna go drop 40 because he could have done it with how good he could shoot.
Agree with that.
But his identity, what he was at heart, was a pure point guard, which I hated that
yeah.
for him and the Suns. On my list, I got KD, I got Harden, I got Larry Bird. One of the again for me, every level, off the dribble, how you wanted it, he could shoot the rock, and one of the most iconic ever NBA 3-point contests coming into the locker room. So who are y'all coming in second?
Who's coming in second?
Definitely. And then I rounded out with my two of Clay and Ray Allen. but I got to throw in the mix KD. That's another one that can shoot it off the dribble where you want it, 3-point, mid range, fadeaway, easy money sniper. So that's how my list is for that. Looking at it, when we talk about shooting, one of the best shooters ever, when you talk about the collegiate level, was Steph, was Jimmer Fredette.
Mm.
Looking at the women's side of college basketball, who are you looking forward to watching this season? Jarrett, start us off. Who are you locked in this season on the women's college basketball side?
For me, I got my first one is Sarah Strong down in UConn and AZ Fudd, both of them. AZ Fudd is probably gonna be here last year in college, go to WNBA the next season. So I want to see how she comes off, possibly another healthy season because she's been really banged up in college career, coming off the Most Outstanding Player award. And then Sarah Strong coming into her second season, going to be asked to do a little more on offense, which she definitely can. Um, Lauren Betts as well. Definitely want to her to finish out her collegiate career strong and go to the W. Olivia Miles, who I thought was should have went to the league last year, last draft I should say, and Audie Crooks down in Iowa State. I want to see her build off of her first two strong seasons in college and see where she goes.
Jared hacked
Rush.
Jared hacked my Wi-Fi network and stole like all the names off my list. But I'm gonna go with Hannah Hidalgo, Azzy Fudd, Olivia Miles, and Michaela Blakes.
Name I'll throw
Down there
in
in Vanderbilt.
a name I'll throw in there in the mix as well is Tania Latson over there to see how she plays in South Carolina. I think that's the best scorer that Dawn Staley has ever had in her
Mm.
system under her. So see how she plays over there. One of the players that left, Malaysia for Wiley, see how she plays over at LSU. See how she does. Seemed like it was insinuated that she felt she was.
Ooh,
You said what?
she went to LSU. I didn't know where she
Yeah,
went. Ooh,
yeah.
her and Flau'jae.
So I want to see, yeah, that tandem, see how that goes. And she kind of, it was hinted at that she felt like her game was being stifled with Dawn Staley. So let's see. Kim Mulkey, she let her play her game. Her and Flau'jae, that might be a good mix. And they gonna run into each other, South Carolina and LSU. So I'll be definitely looking forward to that. And one name that's not one of the bigger names, but she was a highlight reel last year. She just transferred from Rutgers. Jarrett, Rush, help me out. Um, no, I should have wrote her name down. I swear I'm gonna remember it because she was a highlight reel last year. Kyrie Irving, like dribble package.
At Rutgers, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember her name,
Listen, if she's
but
watching, sorry we forgot your name.
I'm
let
intrigued
me
to
let
see
me
how.
let me let
You see
me
Yeah,
that?
research it.
I'm intrigued to see how she plays at her new school. Being that it was some up and
Keomi
down.
Keomi
Kimomi McMiller.
McMiller.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Want to see how she plays on her new team. Covering Rutgers games last year, it was some tension in the locker room, some tension between the team and the players and her play style. So I want to see how she plays at Penn State. I did not think that's where she would have chose. So I'm intrigued to see how she plays there, and maybe she goes to like a smaller school and balls out and has a crazy season. I don't think they're gonna win nothing, but I'm just intrigued to see how her play. She was one of the more exciting players that we saw last year. I don't know if she does well enough to leave, but like you said, these are some of the names that we mentioned, like the Lauren Betts of the world. Is going to be one of the names next year, a part of that WNBA draft. Hopefully, they figure the CBA out, so there is a WNBA draft next season.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they figure it out. The deadline is the 31st of this month, which they might have to do an extension because, from all accounts, they're saying it's still very combative right now. So we'll see how that goes. We are going to end off the show with some WNBA talk. We are going to draft our all-time starting WNBA five. And we are going to give you our starting five with a sixth woman. We're going to do that as well. We'll look at the starting five. We'll start off with there, right? Before we do the draft, we're going to end off with the draft. If they had a starting five for the W, who would you want to see on the starting five next season? Jarrett, you started off.
Um, Number one would have to be Asia for me. All the stuff that social media was talking about her falling off, and she came and broke all these records. So I definitely want to hear her, talk her junk next season. Um, Sabrina Ionescu, 1 year removed from a championship, so I want to see her mindset as her bouncing back to get back to championship form. Definitely got to throw Fee in there because all the war with Kathy right now. So I definitely want to see her inside takes on everything and her day to day, how she's going about all the negotiations. Paige, she's definitely must see TV on and off the court. So definitely want to see how she takes her second season coming off a historic rookie season. And then the last one is Dewana Bonner. She's at the tail end of her career. And with all the stuff she's been through with the fever and going to a new team, and they went to the finals. And so I want to see her mindset, coming into taking all this into perspective with her career, and possibly maybe this is her last season as well.
Yeah, year 27.
Hmm?
Dewana been around for a minute.
Yeah, Dewana, for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, as we know, the Starting Five is a fantastic series on Netflix. But we all know it's a TV show. TV show is all about drama and ratings. So I'm gonna bring the mess with my five. So Angel Reese, of course, uh, Kaylin Clark, Paige, Angel Reese, Kaylin Page, Asia, Fee. Is that five? One, two,
That's
three, four. That's that's
No, that's
five.
five. You said Asia, right?
That's
You said Asia, right?
Asia, Kaylin, Angel. Let me take Kaylin out. So I'm gonna do Asia, Angel,
You said Paige.
age.
Paige, Fee, and
Fee.
Sophie Cunningham. Because I
Oh,
want
that's
some.
the mess. That's the
Ooh,
mess
Yeah,
for sure.
that's the real mess. I want some unseasoned mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and add her into the mix.
She is definitely a more interesting pick than Caitlyn. We would get
Yeah,
way more with Sophie
yeah.
being on the show for sure.
That's
I'm gonna go with Asia Wilson. I'm gonna go with Skylar Diggins.
Mm,
Um, I want to go with Fee as well, but since y'all said Fee, I'll take Fee out. I want to see Sonia Citrone after that first rookie season playing that well. How does she come back coming into this season? What's her mindset in the off season, being one of the faces? Because I know some people had Georgia Amore being the person that was going to be better, but Sonia actually she got injured, but Sonia balled out, did what she was supposed to do.
mm,
I'll throw in the mix also as well. I would like to see Rakia Jackson. I feel she has a personality. I feel from the TikTok videos and some of the stuff we saw on Unrivaled, I feel she'd be interesting to watch. And if I had to throw one more in there, I'll probably say Kalia Copper, just to see how her mindset. She's a champion. You get close. Again, the storylines, you get close, you almost win. Just like they had with Tyrese, having to talk about losing. Y'all got
mm.
swept in the first ever WMA finals where it's the best of seven. It don't even sniff seven. Having her on, I think, would be great. We're gonna end off with an all-time WNBA draft. We're gonna get a starting five and a sixth person off the bench, a sixth woman, whatever, y'all decide to say how y'all want to say it. We'll do it like this. Rush gets the first pick. Jerry gets the second pick. Me going last. I do two picks and we round it back around to Rush. So it's going to be a snake style draft.
Oh, we're doing the draft. Okay.
Ending off the show with the WNBA all-time draft. Rush with the first overall pick. Who you rocking with?
Did we discuss that this was gonna be a draft? I thought we were just gonna throw out names because you see y'all always stealing my picks, so I don't know how I feel about this. But anyways, okay. Um, uh, first pick. Um, I'm gonna go with the recency bias. So I'm gonna take our modern day GOAT and perhaps all time GOAT, Asia Wilson.
Jarrett Spence with the second overall pick. Dun, dun.
I'm going to go with Maya Moore.
Maya Moore. That's a great answer right there. I'm going for my next two picks. I'm going big. Give me Candace Parker. Give me Lisa Leslie.
Mm.
Back to you, Rush.
Super.
Sue Bird. Okay, that's one of the point guards.
I'm going to go Diana Taurasi.
Maya Moore and DT on the same team. Okay.
Yeah, how my team going?
All right, my next two picks. I'm gonna go with get some guard play. Let me get in there. I want Cynthia Cooper. And I will add with Cynthia Cooper. Give me Chelsea Gray.
Oh.
Back to Rush. I think they're gonna like my team this time. Every time we do these drives,
Uh,
nobody ever pick me.
Give me Tamika Catchings.
Oh no, you could just say Tamika. We know who you was talking about.
So I'm gonna
We
say
know.
yeah, because I got Asia. I'm sliding Asia. Asia's my five, so let me get Tamika.
I was going to pick Tamika too. Okay.
Of
So
course you were, because y'all be in my notes, man. Change my Wi-Fi password.
So my third pick, I'm gonna go with Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl. All right, now I'm finishing off mine right here. My 5 and my 6th person. We got Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, Chelsea Gray. Let me mix in here. Ooh, this team gonna be so good. Let me get Nafisha Collier.
Mm.
And then I want off my bench. We're gonna go with a absolute bucket. Give me Cappy Pondexter off the bench.
Oh. Okay, that's a nice one.
Now it's just you and Jarrett. My roster's done.
Did somebody pick Cynthia?
Yeah, I got Cynthia.
And somebody took Cheryl too. You know what?
Stewie's still out there.
Stewie is, and I got a few forwards though. Um, you know what? I'm gonna take Stewie. I appreciate the lob. Let me get Stewie. I appreciate the oop.
Jarrett.
I'm gonna go with Lauren Jackson.
I was about to say Lauren's still out there.
I thought that was gonna be my last two picks, Stewie and Lauren.
Give me Becky Hammond.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Crafty.
Mm-hmm. Hush. I'm gonna go with my last pick.
Well, you got two more. You got two more.
Sylvia Fowles.
All right, last pick. Because y'all got a 6 person. We picking a 6 person.
Oh, 6 person, right?
Yeah.
Give
First
me
person off
give
the
me
bench.
give me Tisha.
Who you said, Rush?
Teacher.
Tisha Banchero. Okay, that's a good one.
Yes, sir.
For my very last pick, I'm gonna go with Elena Deladon.
That's a great one. I thought you would have picked. I thought you was gonna pick her earlier. Being from being, you know, in that area, DMV area. I thought she would have been an earlier pick, but there it is right there. That's a wrap on this episode. The corner three. Y'all know the best threes are corner threes. And we end off the show the correct way. Hey.